a deep sadness, you know. Well, for some people, because some people enjoy it, you know. But
Nah, you can't never even say that though, Breeze, because you gotta
mhm.
talk. We on the internet, so we gotta be 51% is the general consensus and the
Yeah,
ultimate affirmative. Over 51% of people that experience debauchery experience depression, sadness. So yeah, if two or three motherfuckers is getting off with the goodness of it, that don't man, niggas have went to prison off of this shit that didn't ever need to go to prison
hmm,
or experience a STD or have a whole baby that nobody gave a shit about all
hmm,
because of deviancy and debauchery in a world where there is structure and order that leads to success. I'm the type of person that really wants success for black families. Like and it's not a hard thing to accomplish. It's happening in this world. But you gotta have a certain structure, right? This liberal media is a motherfucker. Like we did a whole 8 years of Barack Obama, and the shit that they put down is so crazy. We still trying to figure it out.
You know, what's crazy about the debauchery? One thing, like, I try to give a lot of advice to like people that's like, asking about like dating stuff. You know, I say don't. I said this last episode. Don't have sex. Like, especially let's say like if you're not gonna have a partner and you want to go have dating and meet people, you can go open date and tell people like, "Yeah, I'm open date. I'm looking for somebody." But you don't have to put your dick in it. Like, you can actually like meet these women, have convos, get to know them. If you actually want to go out dating, that's the only way I can say there's safe dating if you're young. So you just don't be out here wasting your energy getting caught up or get pregnant or catch something or be attached to somebody because you're getting sex and attention.
And that's the craziest thing. As a black man, you have the opportunity to use your sexual energy to recreate Atlantis. But I can only speak for myself, wasted a lot of energy chasing big booty bitches, man. And I ain't need to. And it's the craziest thing. It wasn't worth it. And it's not a fucking rap song that I can be like, nah, that did actually give me the justification to do some fuck shit. Ever was a beat so good to make me want to fuck up my life. But the hypnotic state, which is a spell, right, is a powerful thing, man. It's a
Yeah, that
power,
shit in and of it, that shit in and of itself is its own spirit,
man.
and it's a spirit that whether we want to consider it fortunate or unfortunate or not, depending on what side of the fence you find yourself on. Our people usually like that shit, right? We call it ratchet, right? We call it skeeting, right? Like, like the
man.
most craziest shit, right? The most nastiest shit, right? Like niggas actually like that shit, right? And I think if we go back to the original question and we really want to be honest about it, and we're talking about why do women pick the wrong guy? I don't think any of us were ever trained to pick the right person, period. You know what I'm saying? Like if you really want to break it down, like who was actually trained to pick and to start and to cultivate or learn how to develop an actual relationship with, like who was actually taught that?
Man, that's something like you got to go out your way to learn.
Yeah,
That's crazy when you think about that. Like,
you.
yeah, you learning something, but at the same time, it's like it's not because someone taught you this and you had to learn it. It's because like either you've been through so much stuff or you're struggling to meet somebody. Imagine how many people are like scamming people, like join this and I'll show you how to pick up a girl, talk to any girl.
Oh man,
You got me
it's
ask
so much of that.
yeah. So and it's people who are insecure, don't have confidence in themselves, and they join the type of stuff to learn about it and stuff, you know. So it's just like, and the only reason why I say that is because you see all these ads. So it's like, and you see these people actually getting recognition and clout for it. You know, I'm not saying a person can't give advice and stuff about dating and all that, but it's the fact that like you have people really scamming people, just like with the spiritual stuff, they scamming people with lies. It's not gonna be able to perform with that, especially with dating.
Now, yo,
Probably that might take it.
You know, who shit is that?
it's yours, bro. Hey, is it going now?
Is it going now?
Yeah,
Yes, so. Yes, so. Yes, so. Yes, so.
that shit was crazy. Yo, it's Mercury retrograde for
Yeah.
sure.
Yo, what the fuck was that, bro?
Mercury
I didn't do
retrograde.
nothing, bro.
Hey,
Like,
it's the Matrix, bro. Y'all gotta realize this is for real.
this
Nah, but what
is
I was
super
gonna
whack,
say
bro.
is when y'all say dating, what are y'all talking about?
Mm.
What is your purpose when you dating a woman? What is you doing with a woman? Like what are you doing with her? Because when
Giving
you this goes back to my original thing of why do
What
women
is the what
do the
is the
wrong?
initial intent?
Yeah, like what the fuck is you doing with that woman, bro?
I don't think everybody's is the same, but for me, it's really.
Exactly my point.
Oh,
Exactly.
okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Because my thing is just like, shit, we could, you know, go to the park, talk. You like tarot cards, or I do too, or that kind of thing. And then I don't know where you live, you don't know where I live. You know what I mean? And it's just conversations, building on conversation. For me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the reason that women choose the wrong men is because men have like forgotten or don't have the tools to be so intentional. So what tends to happen is that the relationship have no strength to it because every day, like, it's gonna sound crazy and weird, but if you gave her something to do, she would really fuck with you. Like if you like, hey, tomorrow we this is the plan. We going boom boom bat bat beat beat bow bow. When you a young nigga and you deal with a woman, you more or less like trying to figure out when you gonna clap them cheeks.
Yeah.
Like you really trying to figure out the opportune time, how you right, and that's not the way to to sustain or maintain a frame with a woman. So you got to figure out what are y'all going to do together in life. That's really the only option. Because other than that, you probably playing her game of conversation, going out, spending money basically, enjoying the world, but then coming home, your ass broke for real. And she like, another picture on my wall on IG type shit.
Well, hey,
I,
what you
I
gonna
think
say?
I
You
think
gonna
I
say
think
Instagram got your
I
bitch?
think I think that's some bullshit. I think it's some bullshit. I think it's some bullshit, bro.
I think
Nobody
for
can be honest with each other. Like, is that ultimately where we at, right? Where, um, not only am I not capable of being honest with myself, but I damn sure I'm not gonna be honest with you, like on purpose. Like, And do do some people just like being lied to? Do women like to be lied to?
I don't think so. I think they want certain answers.
But I mean,
And
like,
if they don't hear what they
right?
want
All
to
right,
hear,
all right, all right. It's a half rhetorical question, right? Because what I'm trying to drive at is really simple. It's really simpler than that. It's more like, okay, are you dating him for his potential, right? Or are you or do you have tangible evidence as to the type of individual that you think you're picking while you're picking him, right? Like, are you dating him are you dating him based off of a projection, right? Or are you dating him based off of actual evidence of the type of person you are choosing to pick? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, because the way that we look at it as men, they not looking at it as women, and that's really the key that men usually forget. Women are from Venus, men are from Mars, right? His main point is if you pay the rent, right, in your mind, you done did some great shit.
Yeah, yeah,
In your
yeah,
woman's
yeah,
mind,
yeah.
she literally
Don't
don't
care.
care.
You don't
She
give a
would
shit,
be
bro.
more pissed off if you didn't give her a hug and a kiss.
Hmm.
On me, on me,
Yeah,
boy.
you didn't take a
Say
walk
I
with her
love you.
today. Like she's more pissed off at that than the fact that you might have spent like $1,000 last weekend. Like, yeah,
Yeah. So that's how the cookie really crumbles. That's why you would have to get to the bare necessities of biology. So yeah, we young and we got it together, but I put myself in the mind of an 85-year-old man. How am I preparing for that? And am I going to have somebody with me during those times that I
it
can
makes me
trust?
it makes me think back to one of my favorite songs. Are you gonna love me after I'm no longer young and beautiful? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you gonna love me when I'm no longer young and beautiful? Like,
Hey,
that
Pete,
hey,
Hey, Pete,
this
Pete Miss Williams comment. You can join in if you want. Join in, Shamika. You can always join in and talk with us.
this made me pose a question. Is it that there's just not enough right guys in general? Not that women don't pick the right guys. It's not up to women to pick the right guy.
It's up to the right guy to pick the woman because if you are that guy, you like that's the thing.
She
It's
good if you that guy.
yeah,
it's really up
if
to the
you are that
family.
guy,
It's
if you
really
are
up to the family. It's really
no,
up to the family.
listen, if you are that guy, you could get into a situation and have it laid out and it makes sense to whatever woman. If you don't have that, you are like they say on a paddle boat in the middle of the ocean with no paddle. When you are playing the emotional, I like her, I love her, that ain't no game for a man
Mm-mm.
because she's going to eventually
Float
feel
away.
differently one day. And if she does, cool. But if y'all built something together, you take this, I take this, we good. But if you say, I love you, I like you, I love you, I like you for how many years, and then she stopped loving you and y'all haven't built nothing, you gonna feel like you wasted your time. She definitely gonna feel like she wasted her time because she been giving you them good old guts for however many years, right? With nothing to show for it. So every day I feel like it's very intentional for men to build something with the girl that they love, or else you bound to like that's not your game. Her game is love and emotions. That's not your game. Your game is logic and building and living. You got to figure that out for yourself and then teach your girl some business.
That kind of leads me into my first question. So, should you be requiring the specialty when it comes to buns if you ain't even got none of that shit figured out yet? Like, should you even like should that be part of the intent that is connected to what you're describing, big homie? Like the connected to that intent going in is the buns, right? So like, should you be requiring really good buns if you don't even have a purpose as to why you even want the buns for? Like, does that make sense?
It makes sense, but you got to understand it's pimps out here, right? And the difference between a pimp and a trick is that a pimp can deal with a woman and not think about vagina, but that girl give him all of her money. That's how a pimp operate. So a relationship is more psychological. You never even though people it's more of an undertone, right? Girls like you might figure out like she a size queen, but in reference to a conversational piece, she can't verbalize I want a man with the biggest dick to um do all of these sexual things to
I could
me.
dig it. I could
She
dig it.
can't say that, right? She
I
want a
could
man
dig it.
that can capture her imagination and have her do something with herself, right? You got to really understand this woman that's in front of you, like her hopes, her dreams, and her passions. You as a young man, you fuck up so much by just wanting to fuck a woman, bro. Like that's the worst thing that you could do as a man, because if you got to know that woman at a soul level, the pussy that she would give you would blow your fucking mind. The pussy that you get trying to get is whack. Is
Super whack.
it's dumb pussy, bro. It's a type of pussy that you can get that you know her soul, her ancestors, her male ancestors respect you, and you unlock her heart. Her man, you can build so much with a woman, and you fuck up and niggas fuck up so much by wanting to have sex, but you naturally want to have sex as a man. So my thing is put it on the back burner. It's like a sex is the cherry on top. It ain't the thing you don't make a Sunday worrying about what type of cherry you fucking get. You got to know what type of ice cream, banana, all types of shit. That's the soul components, the deep. What do you want to do with your life? What do you stand for? What do you want to leave behind? The opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Fucking that's debauchery. That's deviancy. That's what we as a culture, as men, check each other. Like,
Mhm.
no, nigga, fuck that bitch twerking, nigga. We ain't on that shit. Fuck that shit. That's how we really should be.
Or maybe just politely walk over to her and cover her up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
We can't check her. We gotta check each other.
yeah, we can't check her at all. We can't. We can't.
What Scarface say? You gotta have the you gotta have your balls. What you call it? Like,
Balls in your word.
All you got is your balls and your word.
yeah. And he always used to tell his homie, "Don't never empty your shit. Get the money."
And think about how big Scarface was. Like, think about his mentality and what it translated to. That whole movie was about shadow work and semen retention, the spiritual undertones of that movie. Bro.
Hmm.
I don't know why I was thinking about Scarface from Houston. You mentioned Scarface.
He have a song called "My Balls and My Word,"
Yeah, that's why. Yeah,
but
why you laughing, serpent?
in the movie he say, "All I got in this world is my balls," meaning my semen, and my word, meaning my God force energy, my intention. As a man, holding your semen, the world is yours. But we as black men have been attacked by Pornhub and X videos and X hamsters and Bang Bros. We know all the porn stars, nigga. That's fucked up, nigga.
You
That's
niggas we have been trained to give away our God force energy indiscriminately. Okay?
hey,
Like,
and bitches
bro,
is calling us sassy now.
bro, bro.
In real
You
life.
ever been
Man,
called sassy?
In real life, we sassy.
Are you or you difficult? Only
These
so
men is too soft. Yeah, they too soft. They jacking off 4 times a day. They don't got nothing masculine about them. It's over. They as bitchy as you. Hey, none of us should be
Yeah,
watching.
niggas have been on a campaign about talking about their feelings.
If you want to create porn, that's one thing, but you shouldn't be watching that shit.
getting your damn minds out. All your dopamine zapped. Serotonin levels gone. When you look into what porn really does to your brain, bro, you'll be so fucking shocked.
fry
A
your
motherfucker
brain.
is having sex right in front of you. You never see that in real life. You never see people having sex. You never see they fuck style. Think if you was at work and you seeing everybody at your job's fuck style. You
Oh hell no,
be
bro.
different, bro. But here we are acting like we listen. The thing about life is that there's no shortcuts. Have I watched porn? Yes. Do I watch porn today? No. Do I sit back and no, hell no. I got too much shit to do and too much shit to lose. The last time I watched porn, I got pulled over by the cops, nigga. I said, "Oh hell no. Hell no. Hell no." I put two and two together real fast. Said, "Okay, listen, as men, we we got it fucked up. It's fucked up for men because we don't know no sexual strategies as far as semen retention, and then semen retention, and then by yourself, but semen retention within your relationship. There's
Two different things.
two different things.
Two different things.
Yeah, like how far do you get within a relationship when you start this journey or this trek on semen retention, and then you start to feel guilty because you're not giving her some? Like, how far does it go, right?
Well, shoot. Hey, I've been in
You know
situations where
what's
it's like,
crazy?
what? You could just keep going and you don't ski. Nigga, let's go. Like all day. No, but like that is another thing to it. And I think it is very it's very cool if you find someone that like encourages it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, even not even saying that she gotta understand what's going on, but understand what you got going on and support you doing whatever that thing it is, being at a scene retention. Because you can change your life pretty fast with intentional sex and semen retention.
That's the thing, bro. A fast, an intention, retention, you can manifest a lot.
Yeah.
With two people, shit.
And it's really not that hard. You just gotta, I guess, direct your attention to something,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
like
more than
finding a
anything.
needle in a haystack, nigga. You
I
you
direct
lucky
you got
you
to
can
direct
talk
your
to your
attention.
girl. Hey, most
Yeah.
dudes can't really just
But
have a convo like that with their girl. So
That's
it's
true because
but it's not
I've been
like
with so many
I'm
people, or I heard so many times where people would talk to me about that, and they ain't got called stupid for that shit. Like Sacred said, like it's either too long you go out and they get desperate or whatever, But it's been times where people like, oh, you sound stupid.
Well, my thing is, I ain't even looking at it like I'm teaching or something. I'm just saying like this is what I'm on, and this is how we move. And if if you fucking with me, and it is what it is from there.
That good old masculine energy.
You know, I one thing when I was a kid, I never understood why kids would date in grade school. So I was just as a kid. Oh damn! Can y'all hear me?
Can we talk about the
Okay, I'm
dangers of
listening
playing
to you.
house?
So
Can we talk
like,
about the dangers of playing
hold on,
house as a
hold
kid?
on, real quick.
Type shit.
So like, as a kid, I used to be like,
Did you
man,
say the dangers of playing
what am?
house?
Huh.
Is that what you said? The dangers of playing house?
Yeah, like little kids playing house, but Breeze, do your thing, man.
Well, like in grade school, I used to just look at the girls in grade school, like, what I'm gonna do with y'all? Like, I ain't got no house, I ain't got no car. You know what I mean? My mama paid my phone bill, and I ain't even got that many minutes. You know, so I was just like, hey, man, I'm gonna wait. You know what I mean? I know it's gonna be a time in my life where I can do whatever I want to do. And I waited till like I was like 21, 22. Shit, I was drinking liquor and smoking weed before I had sex. And I don't know. I was just born with it, like just not really caring that much. And I think it helped me a lot. I think I dodged a lot of bullets from it in hindsight. And I think the longer you could just withhold it, for yourself, you'll be better off. You know what I mean? And just because you fucking with one person don't mean that you better off either. Like you gotta, I think chastity um will really help with this lust that everybody has, you know. Because I mean that's the polarity of it.
At the end of the day, a nigga like you could teach a class because that's not the normal for young men, bro. That's just not something that everybody is born with at a basic level. I think it comes to validation and men needing women to validate them at a very young age, at a formative age. Like if I'm the dude with the pussy, then I'm the dude versus I can find that within myself. That's a whole other level of understanding to me. Cause yeah, I don't think like I think that's just something that is teachable more than it is inherent.
Hmm.
And when you think about that too, what people mostly get praised for when they get a girl? Did you hit that?
Oh yeah, what you about to do with that?
Oh yes, sir.
Yeah, the hypersexualization.
And it comes from that school of that comparison teaching, right? Where everything is competition and you know, you have to compare yourself to the idea of how many sexual conquests you've had, how many notches you have in your belt, basically leads to the type of man that you are in some form of whatever degree. And yeah, it's always been a numbers game. It's always been a numbers game. You know, it started out as how many how many girls a particular guy can get to dudes now being concerned about women's body count, right? It's weird, right? But that's where the swing is, right? You're taught going in to get as much as you can, and now on the back end, you're concerned about how much you actually did. Like it's weird.
I think like when we want relationships like our grandparents and we can't get them, like because we know granddaddy, he had a job at a factory and he could get a house, a car. You know, if we got a job at a factory, girls calling us a punk ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? So the times have changed. We got to do a whole lot more to get a whole lot less. So what it means to be a man in this day and time is like very fluid. So I just think like for a lot of guys it's just tough. and they don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? To as a outlet. And when we talk about spiritual development in a true sense, like men aren't at the church, men aren't at school, men aren't at therapy. Like men are in a you know a weird state where they just trying to get money and sustain themselves with money. But it's 2024, so the understanding of who you are is 5 dimensional. It's not 3 dimensional. So you're gonna be missing a lot of like sentient points on your existence in this day and time. And it's unfortunate for a lot of people, man. A lot of people are struggling now because of this simple truth.
Do you think the inability of people to cultivate strong family and partnered relationships could actually lead to why some people take spirituality too far?
Yeah, it's the new husband. Spirituality for women, spiritual rhetoric for women is the new husband. Every woman knows about the journey. Everybody knows about doing the work. Everybody knows about Deepak Chopra and chakras and all of that. Everybody knows about it, but nobody, like I said, the men are not in the spiritual community either.
Mm.
The talk that we're having is a total outlier to the men. And what I mean in the universe of men conversation, looking at things from a spiritual perspective, looking at astrology charts and understanding the different aspects of the psychology. Most men very immature and childish with their reasoning and their intelligence, man. So in you know, it's a huge disconnect. So it's just like if men are supposed to be the leaders, men have to follow God. That's the only way you can lead because you can't really lead nobody nowhere if you don't know where you're going. And how do you know where you're going when you out here chasing big booties and leggings, nigga? I know OG type niggas, bro, and they weak for a little hoe, bro. I'm telling you, they weak for it, bro. So and it don't that is their God. Women are men's God, not actual God. So why does the black community suffer? Because God ain't in it. God ain't
Mm.
nowhere in this shit. That's why why your relationship suffer? Because God ain't nowhere in that bitch. Why your finances suffer? God is nowhere there. So our family suck because God ain't in our family. We not actually allowing God to lead us to identify, okay, she the reader of the family. She the crystal gazer of the family. She talked to spirits of the family. We don't got that shit. We don't got that shit. Don't nobody got that shit. We just niggas with jobs. So why are we gonna have a family? Not without God, nigga. Not without no spiritual development. Not with no spiritual understanding. God is gonna bless you, or God is gonna torture you mentally. Your health, nigga, your health. How you gonna have health problems and not believe in God? Make that make sense. Just some shit out of a sudden start happening to you. You coughing, can't breathe. Niggas died at COVID. All them niggas died during COVID. Y'all don't believe in God. Do y'all know somebody that died during COVID? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yep.
How do we all know somebody that died during COVID? If
because of
God didn't?
God, because of God.
Do you know somebody that died in 1978? No, you don't. You don't.
I
You
know.
don't.
I
But
don't.
you know somebody that died during COVID.
Yep. Yes, I do.
God exists on the planet every day, every minute, every moment. We as humans use our free will to clap cheeks, not to be on our purpose, not to build up our families. So young men always have an opportunity to do something amazing, extraordinary with their life. They just don't need to have sex or even entertain a woman until the building is built. I wish I knew that. I want to teach my sons that. Hopefully they'll listen to me. So, can you go too far with spirituality? Yeah, but these niggas ain't going. They ain't even starting it. So it depends. They ain't even.
So you saying the question is moot?
I mean, nah, because for women, they take the spiritualities too far. Cause it's the nigga, like everybody in the spiritual community single, and they trying to rationalize and reason it. But every fucking it's biological nature to want a partner. You can't just be so spiritual to go outside of biology. That don't make sense. But what y'all think? Did y'all watch Love Has One documentary?
I watched the first episode, man. She crazy. She crazy, man. It was funny when she told one of them dudes like, "Yeah, you got real Father God energy," or something like that, or you giving real Father God. It made me think a lot of.
Yo, she had
But
a she had a father God for every occasion, bro. She had she had the young and impressionable ball. She had the sociable ball. Then she had the pretty boy, and then she had the thug.
Did she have Racine?
No, no, she didn't. No, she didn't. No, she didn't.
She had the white version of you. Stop playing. Stop
She
playing.
did. She did.
Stop
She did.
playing. Stop
She
playing.
did.
She had the white boy version of Racine.
She did.
Oh fuck, man. He said, I am the darkness. That nigga's name was Sacred Serpent. White Sacred Serpent. That nigga was a part of the Great White Brotherhood. You ain't I love twin soul, nigga. That shit funny. I'm just now thinking of it though. That shit funny as hell to think about.
Yo, and that was the nigga she was letting mix her colloidal silver, my guy.
Nah, that nigga was that
yo,
nigga
the,
was
yo,
dosing her
the,
with
yo, the
colloidal
nigga went
silver,
to a tent every day for like 3 hours just to smoke meth, bro. Like
and then come
by
back.
himself, bro. He just post up in a tent and meth it out for 3 hours, and then come back and feed her colloidal silver.
oh
Yo,
my god,
Nah. At a certain point, I'm like, yo, take her to the hospital, bro.
bro,
That's all. Just take her to the hospital.
bro.
see, now that's
I,
crazy. I only seen the
I
first
said
episode.
even if I could reconcile with their psychology, the followers, so to speak, the
Mm-hmm.
first question I'd have to ask is, that's God to you. Why would you want God to be treated like that? Like,
Right.
like you gonna have
Hey,
to make that make sense for me just a little bit, right?
I'm not
Like,
playing.
uh, she
I'm
was
not
great,
playing.
bro. Like, she was great, bro. Like,
Listen. I feel like if she would have went to the hospital, she'd still be right here talking. She'd have been on this panel right here talking shit. Like y'all niggas is crazy. Like
this is a fact. This is a fact.
all she had to do was go to the hospital, my guy. They
That's
would have
it.
been
That's
like,
it.
look, we gonna
They'd have
put
gave her IV. She'd have been good in like 24, 48 hours.
life is crazy, bro. You take the spiritualities like I'm the type of nigga that don't fuck with the doctors, but I told everybody in my household if I need to go to the hospital, take me to the hospital. Like if I need to go, take me. I'm not like I don't know. That shit's crazy to me, bro.
Yeah, it's weird, bro. It's super weird because you literally just sitting there watching somebody die. And it's
Yeah,
not like a regular person either. Like you actually sitting there watching somebody die that you truly care for, right? And you
right.
just watching them deteriorate in front of your eyes. Like it's super weird, bro. Super weird.
But
They called the hospital the 3D hospital or something like that.
that,
He's like, I'm never going to a 3D hospital.
Oh
What?
damn, taking
What?
it too far.
I was like, what?
the Galactic said she don't need to go to the hospital. I would have been like, man, fuck the Galactics, bro. Like it
Listen,
ain't never
The
serious.
Galactic had Robin Williams and Tupac in it, nigga. I wouldn't have listened to them anyway. Okay, like
Nah, I'm not listening.
Robin Williams and Tupac, nigga.
Yo Galactics had Tupac, but not Biggie. How that work? Nah, I'm Biggie. I'm Team Biggie all
You
the
know
way.
what side of the West Coast, East Coast beef she was on, bro. You
Yeah,
know what side she was on.
He
that's
was in Colorado.
but no, it's a deeper, darker criminal link, bro. Like you remember, like she said that she had a past life as Madame Blavatsky, and one of her father gods was a black dude, bro. I seen it in a YouTube documentary. I was like, why they ain't put this in the HBO documentary?
Mm.
But no, man, it was almost like she was Madame Blavatsky and Panic was Pascal Beverly Randolph, bro. And they both kind of like transitioned. They did like this dance in this lifetime. Like she had as much clout or more. They was like neck and neck with the internet clout, bro. Like they made a lot of money doing this spirituality between her and them classes and them lectures. You talking about a lot of money, and I don't care
Email.
about the money. I'm just looking at it like, damn, these is two young, fairly young people that devoted their life to spirituality, and they ain't here no more. That shit weird to me.
Yeah, it is super
I
weird,
think they
bro.
took it too far.
It is super weird.
I'm down to get a job, bro. Just me. That's just me. Like I'm down to motherfucking lift bricks before I sell my soul for some money in the name of spirituality. Cause that shit can't never read. I see if you spiritual and you die in your 50s, I feel it's some foul play involved. Cause don't nobody just die in their 50s. Like I've learned about the body and you can die at any age, but you ever looked at old people? The reason old people look the way that they look is because the body is using the skin and everything, draining your whole life force energy so you could live.
Hmm.
So why would it do that for an old person and then
Hmm.
you die from weird causes at 50?
Hmm.
So I don't know. I think 50 is too young to die, especially if you're a spiritual being. And I don't think you leave a positive and powerful message with dying young. I feel like you haven't. I feel like Penny had more to say. I feel like she had more to say and more to do, in this world. And not taking care of your vessel for money you gonna be fucked up out here in these streets. Take care of yourself before you trying to get to the bag. That's how I feel about that shit.
And it all comes back to intent because you embarking on this spiritual journey without thinking about your health as being number one and paramount, like it doesn't even make any sense. Like your health has to be front and center. Like how are you gonna put your all into something if you like, you fucked up here and there? Like
I say it's the fear behind it. You know, people always hear health is wellness or whatever, but some people are scared to get a checkup, understand their body real fast. That scares some people, and you have to let that fear go.
Yeah, man. Take care of yourselves, bro, because it's real out here. And as these energies, get more intense, you know, it's December. I'm outside with a light jacket in Michigan. The math ain't mathing, okay?
it ain't it ain't
So we got to understand that the solar flares are having a serious effect on our vessels. So you got to stay particularly hydrated in various of ways, right? So, be smart about this dude is crazy. You got to be smart about it out here, man. You can't take your vessel for granted. And trust me, I was listening to Panic a long time, and it was all about fuck the human shit. It's all about the spiritual shit. But man, you got to take care of your body. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. I mean, I care
yo, my
about
nigga, yo,
spirituality.
my
Your
nigga did a live in bed for 7 hours.
nigga was laying in bed, dog. Like
Dang,
couldn't move in bed, like uncomfortable position in bed, like
dang,
talking with a slurred speech, all for cash apps.
All for cash apps, bro.
cash app,
Nasty, nasty work.
emails. It's almost like it seemed like it was a lot of self glorification with it, and
That part. I
I
am Mother God.
yeah,
Crazy.
yeah. And it's like it made me think of in the Bible in Babylon where they were using, spirituality for their own personal gain, thinking that they could build a ladder to heaven. That's how the analogy was said. Um, I just don't see how you could just put that before the spirituality, or like I wonder where did they make that turn to say, all right, I'm about to just be on this type of shit. I'm about to just make money off this shit. When did they begin to look at it as something? When did they put enterprise before spirituality?
When
And
you don't have to like work and you can like post and you can do what you need to do as far as like online, and you making a substantial amount of money a day, you only see that. And when it's like when you got something going, it's just like nonstop. It's just like a momentum that you can't. You just it just all comes to you. And if you making money, you almost feel even more spiritual. It's kind of like a double entendre. Like you like egoic and spiritual at the same time.
mm-hmm.
All ego under the guise of spirituality, because what Stuart Wilde teaches or has taught me is that true spirituality should go without being said. Like you
So
supposed
it's
to
sort of like,
cross
so
the
it's sort of like the more money they make makes them overindulge and justify the shit that they doing in the first place based on the type of money that they making and shit.
yeah, like
That
if you
sound
can
like
buy
we about
whatever
to go
you
to
want,
Diddy. It's not like we about to read Diddy's chart.
Yeah, because I did see that what she was saying. Like she made like 300 grand in like 3 months, bro. Like selling trinkets, bro.
Oh wow.
nah, they was making 7 figures or more
No, I
doing.
know they were. No, I was just saying, like I remember hearing that one shot that she made like 300 grand off of just like, you know, beads and oils. And I was just like, wow, bro. Like
Random shit.
random shit, bro. Like she just walked into this cash cow, bro. Like,
Mm, big pimping.
Spending
do
cheese.
you think the narcissism of it takes over?
When you say narcissism, what you mean?
Like as far as like the more like
That's the
because you
ego
just
part.
keep making this money, right? So now
Mhm.
you actually start to believe, like drink your own Kool-Aid, like you believe your own placebo, like you might be a guru. You know what I'm saying? You might be an
Yeah.
I think
oracle.
that's
You know what I'm
part of the
saying?
con. You got to con yourself. The biggest con is when you con yourself. And
The
if you
fake it
can
to
con
make it, John.
yourself, yeah, if you
Dang.
can actually believe the bullshit, and I don't think it's narcissism. I think it's more of like psychopathy or
I
being a
think it's a
psycho.
narcissistic trait, maybe.
I mean, when we say narcissism, we talking about somebody that likes their own reflection, right? And I
Hmm.
don't think
Hmm.
I don't think she was much more prettier when she was in Texas,
Much
right?
more. Much more.
So I don't think it was the aesthetic of it. I think, it wasn't it's good. It wasn't like I don't think the energy she was fucking with was fake. I think the energy she was fucking with was real, and she just took advantage, which most people do when they get into this spirituality.
That overindulgence.
Greed.
It was like self idolatry.
It's nasty work, man.
Yo, we. That's They was worshiping
That's
Baal.
piety, right? That's piety,
They
isn't
was
it?
worshiping Baal.
Mammon. Moloch.
They was eating
Yeah,
what is
Breeze.
it?
I wanted to say that to you earlier. All the Baal worship that's like got
Man.
people distracted.
They was eating food that was sacrificed. That's how they was moving. Man, that's it's just it make me think it's like, is there like some type of like mischievous spirit that's just like, yeah, go ahead and do that. You know what I mean?
It
Go
remind
ahead
me of
and
that
scam them
meme
people.
that say where the dude is like, I'm spiritual. She's like, what you mean? You an angel? Or because demons is spiritual too.
Right, right,
That's what it made me think of.
right.
Which is actually a
Yep,
really good question.
yep.
For real, for real.
Cause I'll be at my altar like, hey, I didn't went to war with like succubus.
Mhm.
I know it might sound funny, but like I was hanging them, throwing them in flames, and like in a full blown war in my dreams. You know, dreams and just because that shit is real. You know, succubus and incubus. Not to get off of like, you know, what we're talking about, but like I think it's gonna take a lot of like standing up to certain energies. You know what I mean, and really showing them like you not for the bullshit. You know, because certain energies will try you. You know, and then you wonder why like you end up in a situation like, how am I doing this, or how did I get here? You know, like on some TV show shit. You know, um, so I think it is important to really begin to start taking your protection, work really seriously. You know, once you get your protection down, I think you need to start attacking. Um, because it's not just because you don't see it don't mean it ain't happening. You know what I mean? At the moment, and don't mean that you're not a victim of it.
It made me think of one of the first books I read, Basic Psychic Development. And this is what I employ young people to do, especially when they're dealing with older people or just spiritual people. That's
Mm-hmm.
like my thing is hag energy. But hag energy is real, and if you don't protect yourself from hags, they'll fuck up your whole shit. You be thinking
Like
it's
when people say old hacks,
yeah, that's real energy that
yeah,
like will fuck a young person up. They'll steal your life force. So
yeah,
what you do is you create a bubble around you, and it's like like the COVID shit. 6 feet in front of you, 6 feet on top of you, 6 feet behind you, 6 feet over here, and you create this bubble. Whenever you deal with people, you live in that psychic bubble, and the reality of it, if you don't have that, you know the reality of my life is that I've dealt with energy vampires, people with tentacles that will fucking implant themselves into your third eye and just drain your life force energy. And you be thinking that, it's just a motherfucker that you like or some shit like that. It's a whole
mm-hmm,
entity. So, I
mm-hmm.
do my spiritual work. Like I don't do so much protection work more than I do uncrossing and return to sender work. Like if you send bad energy
Yeah,
to me, I'll send it back to you.
yeah.
And I seen that fuck people up. So at the end of the day, like can't nobody touch you on your path because you are chosen, right? But the reality is that you need to be aware of the motherfuckers that really don't have your best interest in certain herbs such as rue, such as mistletoe. That's a good herb to burn to
Mistletoe.
to do
I'm
reverse.
about to write that down.
You should
Um,
look into mistletoe. It's a lot of lore about it, especially with werewolves and certain
hell yeah.
Because when I think of mistletoe, I think of Christmas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's a good magical herb too.
And
You
you said
know,
rue,
rule boy, rule nigga. Good old
RUE.
RUE. You get it in powder, but it's a dried herb as well. It smells like damp, um, like
Ruda.
rue RUE.
Okay, I found. I think that's just the scientific name of it.
It's like
Okay.
very damp. It got a real kind of like moldy smell, but you know And then the thing about herbs, the most powerful herb is the herb that your intuition leads you to. And if you just burn it with a specific intention and intuition, that's the most powerful thing. So, protection, if that's what you want, money, if that, whatever, like, and burning herbs, it's a lot of power in that. So,
I work with dragon's blood a lot for the protection work.
mhm.
A lot of the incense and the candles for it.
Dragon's
What
blood
was
is
you?
dope.
Yeah, I like dragon's blood a lot. Oh my!
That'll
Now
help you
fly
Don't your
relay
brothers got
today.
a reading?
areas too.
You
Don't
said
your
what?
brothers got a reading?
Y'all got to put it on the screen.
yeah, this hit present breeze.
Just put it up there. I'll add it.
Present. Okay. Share screen.
Y'all, and then you can click the browser is on.
Because I think some of the stuff we talking about can explain the hidden components that's going on in Mr. Major's life.
Y'all see my screen?
No, a serpent got to present
Oh.
it.
Oh.
Yeah, he got
Okay.
to put it in the thing so I can add it. Hit present.
I hit present, then I hit share screen.
Got you.
All right. Oh, all right. Who is this? Jonathan? No, that's Diddy. This is Jonathan Major's chart right here.
Now, for those that don't know,
Look at his freak ass. That boy a Scorpio moon. He telling me
for
off.
those that for those that don't know, he's basically just lost a few $100 million because Becky said he put his hands on her
Oh
Oh, this
Lord.
this
allegedly.
Jonathan Diddy.
Oh no, yeah, this
Yeah,
thing right
yeah.
here.
Scorpio moon. His little freak stuff.
I'm
This
sorry,
Diddy?
no, this is Jonathan Majors. This is
It's
Jonathan
That's
Majors,
Oh
Jonathan
no,
Majors.
47. Yeah. 1989.
That's
about
Jonathan
to say
Majors.
Diddy wasn't born in '89.
Diddy was born in 69.
So you got that son in Leo, right? Natural born actor, right? Your best actors is Leo. Leo is the
Mhm.
sign of performance. Him expressing himself. No time of birth.
No time of birth. I couldn't find it.
Sound good. But look at the main thing about his chart is that it is his chart is a T square. Like his
Hmm.
chart forms a challenge. Born through challenges. His life is filled with challenges. And it's like overcoming those challenges, you might feel successful, but after you overcome them challenges, you got a whole nother challenge to overcome. So you see this thing play out a lot in his life, even in his movies. He's like the bad guy. So
Yeah.
if you doing casting, you going to look at his chart and you going to cast Jonathan Majors as a bad guy, just based on the fact that his chart forms a T square. That creates bad guy energy. Versus if your chart creates a grand trine, right? If you
Hmm.
look at the chart for today is a grand trine because of the moon being in Cancer. So this is actually an emotional vortex setting particular emotional intentions that create emotional results. So basically, if you want to feel good, just start feeling good now, as opposed to waiting for something to make you feel good. But back to Jonathan Major's chart, uh, you can see he almost to the point of figuring it out. I don't think his career is over, but he gonna have to deal with some form of backlash and challenge his whole life, and he can't
Hmm.
really escape it.
Hmm.
Yeah, he will be demonstratized in public for about another 5 years. He can probably come back on the B side, like for B movies, in a year or so. But for at least the
Host
next
the
5 years,
podcast.
nothing major will come down the pike for him.
That was a point circuit.
got
Jonathan Major.
the got the moon in the second deacon of Scorpio.
So yeah, like that. That's like a relationship with women, right? Your moon and Scorpio, like that's a relationship, like a relationship with your mom, a toxic relationship with your mom, alchemy that you need to do with your mom, alchemy that you need to do with your wife. And the idea is that, you know, he wasn't a player about the situation, obviously, because his girl took it to full. But it's like, why do we choose certain type of people to be in our lives that are hell bent to like put you in jail or ruin your career? At a
Hmm.
certain point, man, this man was set to make hundreds of millions of dollars, and now he got fired from this job. I don't feel that that woman, I don't think she ever liked him. To put him in that situation, at a certain point, you would have just had to chill. Like, can you reasonable about it? Like, man, I'm not about to fuck up this dude's opportunity. She don't hate him or like him. I feel like it's just business. But you talking about a Scorpio moon where everything is business. Your relationships is business. Everything about your relationships, your life is about business. And he actually thought she loved him because he was like, you supposed to be like Coretta Scott King. And she like, man, I'm a CIA agent, bro. I don't know what you want. I'm just here so I don't get fired. Like, what are you
I'm
talking
just here so I don't get fired.
about?
That's a fact.
Soon as the verdict went down, right, what happened? He got fired from the spot.
Yep.
Mm,
They
They
ain't
talking
doing
about replacing him with the dark skinned dude from 300.
mm.
You know the ball Leonidas kicked in the well.
I ain't hip. I don't think I remember that movie.
I don't remember that good either. But okay, so
What do you see about his son that makes it to be that whatever he does experience, he's always going to come out on the better end of it? So
I
his
think
go ahead.
I think Mars being very close to his son just
Mhm.
gives him that sense of almost because you see the moon is squared his Mars and his sun, so it's almost seeming like he found himself in situations like this just to prove to himself that he can come out of it.
Type shit.
Um, as well as what's that? That's the third deacon of Leo,
Right.
which is
Seven of Wands.
Seven of Wands.
Victory.
So yeah. To that point, it's kind of like I'm sticking and moving with it. You know what I mean, or kind of like rolling with the punches, if you will.
I'm going to always win.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter what challenges is presented to me, I'm going to always win. That's how I would read this chart.
Yeah,
And
and
then
then his south node is in the 0th degree of Leo, so it's
right,
kind of probably like
his
bite your
wheelhouse.
yeah, kind of like biting your bottom lip. Like man, I know what I'm doing here.
I know
You
how to
know.
I know how to operate in his territory, and it's almost like in the court he wasn't surprised by nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like he been there before, and he kind of prepared for it because he was recording the converse. I never thought let me record my conversation with this bitch just in case I got to take her to court. Like I never had that thought process when talking to Shorty, but he
Yeah.
obviously had that foresight, which is crazy, right?
Yeah, no, that made me think like how did they even get connected to each other?
On the movie set. She did makeup or some
Um,
shit like that. So
oh,
she could have easily been a plant by Marvel
oh
to
yeah.
specifically cause confusion and discord in his life, a misdemeanor, take it to trial, get found guilty just because listen, I feel that they've been at him ever since Lovecraft Country when they didn't renew it for the second season. And at the end of it, he was crucified at the end of Lovecraft
Well,
Country.
yep, yep.
And I thought like it was one of them things like he was the hero for the whole thing that I thought that like they was gonna crucify him and like he'll bounce back up out of it. But they just went through it and I'm like, hell no, they just don't care. Like, but he been that type of energy. Him and Michael B. Jordan been that type of energy where they down to be sacrificed. And it's like so interesting. Like Marvel good for sacrificing black men such as him and Chadwick Boseman.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I feel like they did
Mm-hmm.
the same thing to Chadwick Boseman, but only difference is they actually killed him.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I know they read his chart before they casted him. I guarantee you that. They read his chart very thoroughly and got clear indications on who he is and how they could use him to his benefit. And they did a good job. They executed a plan masterfully on his ass. He was none the
Yeah.
wiser.
Yeah. Mm.
And
Then
if
you
you look
got
at it, they really did him double duty dirty. Like like they put him on top of the mountain like mad quick and then
Mhm,
chopped the mountain down. Like they
mhm.
destroyed the fucking mountain. Like he woke up
yeah.
one day and the mountain was blew up. Like he was
He had three
literally
movies at the
he
same
was
time in the
literally
theaters.
like the best actor or considered to be in that range of best actor to now probably won't be able to find any work. Like literally that quick.
Yeah, and it goes back to what we've been saying this whole episode. Imagine if he didn't want to fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if he said, you know, I'm doing these Marvel movies and I don't need nothing
Here's the
besides.
question. Here's the question. You said she was makeup or something, right?
Something
Yeah, I think that's what you
like
said, like makeup artist.
makeup or wardrobe, something like that.
Do you think that was a proximity pick or like he picked her because he really wanted her?
I don't think a man is strong enough to resist a woman's strategy. This is why I always employ women to have a strategy to get a good man because that's what we are susceptible because we are trained and programmed to chase and to pursue that we are that's what we programmed to want. But if a woman has a strategy to be in our lives, we're that's something that we cannot resist as a man. If she wants to be in your life and employs strategy, like she does research on you, she does background information, she stalks you, she spies on you, she stalks your Insta, your Finsta, she knows everything about you, and then applies that knowledge on you. How are you gonna resist it when you as a man have always tried to pursue a woman and her be like, you're okay, you're cool. But this woman got a database of CIA of information on you and it can employ, you know, your favorite song. Imagine getting into a car with a bitch and she playing your favorite song and knowing it word for word, nigga. You gonna swear you had a connection with this hoe and she came from you
Yeah,
wouldn't
you
know
gonna swear that was some divine intervention or some shit.
that part. and
Mm.
and 2 months later, you know, she a crazy bitch
Mm-hmm.
because that's the way the cookie crumble. That was the whole plan from the beginning. Man can't resist strategy. None of y'all can resist strategy. Y'all pursuing and chasing women.
And you know what's crazy? That's the seduction of it. Earlier, when you was explaining the dating and what a man goes through, that's the seduction for a man. You know, taking him away from his world of work and war and battle, and
Mm.
being in the world of a woman and femininity, relaxation, chilling, taking back. You know, like that type of stuff.
Listen, you ain't never had a girl rub your balls with a hot towel, nigga. That's a whole strategy, nigga. Like, what you thinking? You get on top of your girl, y'all done, y'all all stinking and shit. Y'all like, what you want to eat? I don't know. Warm up them French fries from earlier. Y'all stinking asses.
Not the French fries.
Not the French fries.
Yeah, warming up French fries and shit on some weird shit. But anyway,
Word. No, that's a
chick
fact.
chick with a strategy, she got the towel warmed up for you, hitting the balls first. Like, a chick with a strategy will wash you down and get you horny again. So now she got a whole nother towel because she knew what she
Not
she had two towels. She was like, this towel gonna get him back right. I'm gonna give me some more, right? And then I'm gonna finish them. Like, bro, how you gonna resist that? You gonna come downstairs to some mac and cheese, turkey necks. She know that's your favorite meal because she done talk to your mama or something. Like,
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah.
you
Then
don't
you
stand
gonna be
a chance.
bragging about how you got game.
Man, you think you that guy. Whole time she employing strategy on your ass, art of seduction on your ass, and now look at you. You done blew 9 figures over some loose regime. I would
Man.
I would be so mad, bro, if I was bruh. I would be looking at my chart like, bruh, challenges, man. Challenges. I can't take no more. Looking at your bank account and knowing you could have had 100 M's in there, but you probably got like one or two.
mm,
That gotta burn you up inside, bro. You could have been
mm.
Kang. You ain't even Kang no more. You
Man,
how many niggas he told that he was Kang? Hey, you know I'm Kang, right?
For
That
real.
nigga can't even say that no more. That's crazy.
That would have been shit. That man. Man, oh man.
Can y'all handle that? Could y'all have handled that? That's a
Shit.
lot.
You gonna have to move on.
That's a lot.
But he also got like Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune all together in Sagittarius. And it is, to me, it make me want to say like maybe what he got himself into, or maybe he the type of work that he did was what he was meant to do, but it wasn't really in alignment with what he was here for.
Yeah, like the Marvel shit. Like the Marvel ain't the
Hmm.
end all be all cinematic
Right.
universe. Like that shit dying down. Like that shit ain't everything. He an ancestor, baby. You can look at him and tell. If you be like, well, what do Sagittarius represent? Sagittarius represent the ancestors. Well, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Look at Jonathan Majors in the face, nigga.
His face, yup.
His face, nigga. That's what an ancestor look like, nigga. What
And
the
it
fuck?
and
That
it
nigga was
also
born in
represents
1952, 1942, and
ain't
1932.
no
I
cat look
mean,
like a big mama.
even how they depicted him on Lovecraft Country, even the
As an
time period he was
ancestor,
in.
as a
Yup,
perpetual ancestor.
yup.
So,
A
what do
perpetual
Sagittarius
ancestor.
represent? The ancestors. Look at this chart, and you can see
And
Uranus, Neptune, and Saturn. Go ahead.
to add to that, I would say it represents the will. You know what I mean? Like what you really here for, and
Your
what you know
purpose,
what I mean? Yeah, your purpose. Like you're supposed to be here on mission, and you made a side mission. Story mode.
or
If
some
you get what
loose
I'm trying to say.
regime, like you went into a
Yeah.
side quest, like, but the side quest ruined the whole video game. Like,
Shit.
you done lost all. You done fucked up. Went to the wrong battle. Popped up. That nigga then took all your fucking shit. You done met a thief in the side quest. Then stole all of your fucking materials. Now you got to start over. Like what? Megan Good was with him towards the end. She like that moon in Scorpio is a crazy moon in Scorpio because his relationships with women is hell.
Mm.
Like he got to get right with his ancestors and kind of stay in that zone and let his ancestors possess a bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's what they actually do, bro.
just
Like,
let them just let
Yeah.
them take over.
yeah, they got to take over, bro.
Yeah. I feel that. Yeah. 'Cause you got Venus at the beginning of he got a lot of 0 degree placements.
A lot of
Well,
custom
few.
placements, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you would look at that Venus and Libra. Venus is exalted in Libra. Libra
Hmm.
being a sign of marriage. So when you look at Venus and Libra, this person always wants to get married, wants to get married, wants to get married. But it's like, yeah, nigga, you gonna have to wait. Like you gonna have to let it happen for you, as opposed
Yeah.
to forcing it.
Yeah.
Jonathan Majors for sure
Yo,
is gonna get married one day. Like a bitch is gonna be like,
yo,
okay, I love you
Yeah.
sooner or later.
And I was
Just
just
like
saying,
that
also
white.
look at that Pluto in his in within that house. So he gonna get a lot of transformation from it, but at the same time, you know,
Yeah, he gonna create a narrative around this particular situation, and it's gonna be his mythos, right? This isn't the last we've seen of Jonathan Majors. I guarantee you. Like he's gonna come up, like he's gonna have a different come up. He's gonna find a wife. He's gonna find like he got a lot of support through this, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Just not from Marvel.
Yeah. Not from
yeah, that's
Disney.
done. That's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just looked at it. They talking about replacing him with Boyega, the ball
Mm.
from Star Wars.
Mm.
Nah, that ain't gonna work, bruh.
No, can't see.
Mm.
Who y'all got next?
It's
Survivor
the
did.
D, the R, the D, the D, the Y, the D, the R, the D is dead end.
Nah, this chart is crazy. Whenever I see people charts born, you know, before 75, it looked like nothing I ever seen before.
It was a crazy time.
Yeah.
Cocaine was cheap. Like, and
He
everybody
said
had
cocaine was
on
cheap.
every block. Nah, but then look at Diddy's chart. The first thing I see is the moon in Leo, right? The moon in
Mm,
Leo. Like, Diddy is, you can't, like, Diddy's supposed to be a producer. You ain't never heard of a producer before you heard of Diddy. Diddy was the first producer you ever heard of, even though every song had a producer. Make that make sense. That's a
true.
Leo moon. You know what I'm
True.
saying?
Yeah.
All in the videos. Like that Diddy had to be in the
His
forefront.
ad libs too.
South
Yeah.
Node and Leo too, so
Take
he
that. Take that.
comfortable in his energy as well. Like he's home
Mm-hmm.
in his energy as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then look at that Saturn, his Aries, defining his character. But also giving him the discipline to work on everything he was doing.
Right, because it's opposed his sun. Saturn opposed sun.
I think if I'm looking at this chart, I'm gonna look at Sun opposed Saturn as a negative omen. I'm not gonna be too fine. I'm not gonna be too happy about that because where your life should be more structured in your wife and your home, Saturn
Mm-hmm.
and Aries just seem more of like,
About me.
yeah.
It's like fuck all that. Like, I mean, how old was Kim Porter when she transitioned?
Who is Diddy's wife though? Like who is his Libra
Ain't
counterpart?
he
Who is
with Young Miami?
about?
He really ain't
Let's be
got one.
real. Let's be
No,
real.
he really ain't got one.
Yeah, he does not have that. So
Mm-mm.
therefore his chart is not realized or self-realized. If
Mm-hmm.
we talking about sidereal placements, he's not a Scorpio more than he is a Libra. So you, as a reader, when you are a reader, you a sidereal reader, you supposed to help a motherfucker say, "Hey, you out of pocket with this," um, Scorpio energy you portraying when you really need to kind of double down. Like, can't you see Puff Daddy with a wife, like just on some chill, mellow shit though, being happy and satisfied versus
Yeah, a
what he going
variant,
through right now?
a Diddy variant. Yeah. Mm.
It's a very interesting chart. But then you also see Mars, that Mars and Capricorn, that's a different type of hustle, nigga. That nigga hustle different than us, nigga. What the fuck? Like you ain't never seen a nigga with Mars and Capricorn before.
Yeah.
That's that old school shit. These old school charts is different because these placements like Saturn and Aries is like I ain't never seen a nigga with
Never.
Saturn and Aries.
Exactly.
That's a whole different type of boss. That's a whole different like that. That is like the Me Too nigga that like everybody like when Jupiter goes into Aries, and so if you look at his transit chart, what you will see is Jupiter conjunct Saturn, where Saturn is the planet of constriction and Jupiter is the planet of like putting yourself out there. So what where you can see the karma in this chart, you don't got to do that. You could just hit
Okay.
to the right
Aspects.
sidereal transit chart
Oh
to
yeah, to the right.
right and up. Yep, right there. Boom. Right. So look at the Aries, right? Jupiter conjunct Saturn. So that's really bringing the real Saturn being the law of karma is Jupiter the law of expansion. What is being
Mm.
expanded? His karma.
That karma being realized right now.
is being, I always tell people Jupiter comes with a sword. So
Mm-hmm.
his life has to come into balance. So he got enough money. He done did enough shit that he gonna find him a wife, and he gonna live the rest of his life in his exalted space. And this is what this time is showing him, because this man doesn't know everybody. He can find somebody that can really suit him and really just hold him down. So that's like this fame and fortune shit. That shit is over for Diddy. And that Jupiter conjunct Saturn opposes Sun is just the craziest transit in reference to what he's going through right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The exactitude of it, the preciseness of it, and his life is in shambles. And it's almost to a point where if you was a person and if I read your chart a long time ago, this will be somebody prophesying over your life, like, yeah, it's gonna be fucked up for your ass. You better be weary. So you know your life gonna be fucked up. So you just do the most. Like you just I'm gonna just hit the pedal to the metal because you know one day, like don't sleep on Sun opposed Saturn. Like that's a hell of a placement.
Man, that one placement, that one placement is saying a lot.
It is. It was all a dream type shit. Like it's over now. And then you always talk about like the opposing cards. So you have the three of swords opposed the
Mm-hmm.
three of wands, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have integrity over heartbreak. And what is integrity? Integrity is being the type of person that if nobody is looking, you still that type of person. So what is Puff
Mm-hmm.
Daddy? He's the opposite of integrity, right? So what is he experiencing? He didn't have to do the things that he was doing with people, but he chose to do it anyway. And now niggas is filing suits on his ass. He don't got none of the shit that he had, and it's just so sad because nobody got to do fuck shit, but we do it anyway, thinking we gonna get away with it. And it's just like, damn,
You never get away with it.
came back on his ass.
It's interesting. His Venus is conjunct Jupiter in Virgo,
Ooh,
at the end
almost
of Virgo.
exact. Oh,
Yeah.
but ain't he a nigga that got a lot of money?
Yup. Yup. Ten of Pentacles.
Ten of Pentacles, which is the name of that card is wealth.
Mm-hmm.
Jupiter conjunct Venus. That's brother love right there. Brother
Mm-hmm.
love. Puff Daddy, P Diddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a lot of money. Hey, if I'm looking at this chart and I'm looking at a baby who got Jupiter conjunct Venus in the third deacon of Virgo, oh, you gonna have a lot of money, big man. Hey, can I be your friend? Right? But then look at the nodal axis that conjuncts this particular area of his chart where his finances, like the real, like the south node, the root, like that nigga probably broke. Not broke, like his spirit is probably broke, but his finances, like the vortex of it all is just so crazy because, like I said, this spirituality is real, but niggas will swear that all they need to do is get money. And then when you start to look at this chart and it's like, damn, what's going on with my life? Well, you got the South Node conjunct your Jupiter, conjunct Venus, right? And the thing you love so much is being under examined at the root cause of things. So how you begin to understand this and how you begin to move forward is how you're going to live your life. But it's just like, do you understand that spirituality is more important than money? Puff Daddy, Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get it now or you don't? Y'all niggas sound like y'all want to get to that goddamn Tom Clancy Rainbow Siege 6.
Check that private chat.
Shit.
Mm. He has nothing in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is void. That's interesting. It's kind of like it's he out here alone, and I mean, I guess that Venus and Jupiter conjunction is kind of like like you were saying, all I need is some bread.
Hmm.
You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? All I need is my money and myself.
But you see why it can happen to you. So like
Hmm.
once again, we always talk about protection, and protection is cool. I'm not gonna knock it, but purpose is much more powerful than protection. Connection is much more powerful than protection. Because if I have a purpose, a nigga gonna stop me from my purpose. That'd be
Nah.
a crazy thing for a nigga to think, that another human being is going to stop him from his purpose. Therefore, you need to protect yourself, which I understand it, but is also from a perspective of not doing your work and not being in your purpose. And
Hmm.
God and spirit always sending you shit to test you and wake you up and challenge you because you
Hmm.
have purpose. Why do people accomplish things
Mm-hmm.
if protection is a real thing? Like, it's about accomplishing it more than it is about stopping something bad from happening to you. If you're
Hmm.
worried about bad things happening to you, then 10 times out of 10 it'll happen to you. But if you're worried about accomplishing your goal, 10 times out of the 10 you're going to accomplish your goal. So I'm more of Sagittarian in my thought of shoot that arrow. How can an arrow protect itself?
Should get to where
By
it need to
fire,
be
by moving.
ASAP.
Doesn't. It's attacking. It's not trying to. It's not trying
Yeah.
to protect itself. It's not on defense. It's fucking
It's
shit up.
about it's about the destination.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
No, a nigga's not gonna stop an arrow. That arrow is gonna get to where it's gonna get to. So when you work with your ancestors and you work with your purpose, that's like your arrow getting shot in the sky. Puff Daddy don't got that.
Hmm. Hmm.
He got a facade. Take that. Take that. Take that.
But but like my thoughts on like his Lilith, right, and his Cancer. Would you say he got a family wound too?
Mm.
It's opposed Mars, and it's almost like in the midst of everything, he's going to be an instrument of change, and things is going to happen. But I would say, who do you really love? Like, what do you really love? Like, you got to always get that understood. Because if you look at Lilith, I would view that as like his relationship with Kim Porter and how it plays into his chart. You might not see the delineation, but I think it creates a perfect trine with Saturn, to whereas that relationship with Kim Porter creates a lot of karma in his life that he didn't even know. So whatever happened between him and Kim Porter, he now dealing with that shit in full force and full detail, because a year to the day of Kim Porter dying, Cassie released those documents, and his career is never going to be the same before or after that, period, point blank. And it
Hmm.
was a year after Kim Porter had died.
Hmm.
So once you make that correlation, he had an opportunity to love a goddess, but chose to fuck these hoes. So if you look at his chart from
Hmm.
the perspective of Lilith son, he could have married Kim Porter and lived happily ever after, and that would have been forever, but he chose not to. So now his karma is a completely different thing from my perspective. That's how I would look at it in a more literal sense.
Yeah, I mean, because when you look at how like Venus and Jupiter being at the end of Virgo and almost getting to Libra, who knows if say that placement, that conjunction was in Libra, how would that played out with you know the one wife that we all only knew him to ever have,
Right.
you know, um, because I believe that was a chance. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Somebody threw you a bone. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah, they gave you an opportunity to kind of like right your
yeah,
wrongs.
yeah,
Because we dealing
yeah.
with the biology of a human vessel, And the biology of a human vessel has Libra components, Scorpio components, which is marriage and sex. It's only when you deal with the egoic components of life to make you think that you can make all of the money in the world and you don't need to have a relationship or relationships and manage and maintain those relationships in truth. So whenever you are a human being and you think that you don't need people, you subject to, fall. And what we seeing with Diddy is a huge fall.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. He got, Neptune, and what's that? That'd be like the Five of Cups.
Five of Cups, disappointment.
Yeah.
So lack of spiritual development leads to
Yeah.
disappointment.
Yep.
And what's the opposite of that one? I can't put my tongue on
We said the Five of Cups.
That would be the five of disc.
Disc. No, that'd be the Seven of Disc, right?
Seven of disc would be the opposite. You correct. So that would
Mm-hmm.
be success. No, not success, but failure,
Mm-hmm.
it. Hmm.
disappointment, and failure, which would be kind of like the hallmarks of it all when it's all said and done. Lack of spiritual development. You got to always pay attention to Neptune in your chart. The thing that woke me up was paying attention to the Neptune in my chart. My Neptune is in my third house. Spiritual development, communication. I said as long as I communicate and speak about spiritual development, I'll be cool. That was 8 years ago. That theory proved me right. I just speak from a spiritual perspective due to my Neptune being in my third house. Where is Neptune at in your chart? Express, like, live, follow that, because Shiva is not a bitch. It seemed like Neptune is just like a cool planet, fantasies, dreams. No, that nigga will fuck you up, bro.
Yeah. 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 No, I
Neptune,
agree.
read the mythology of Neptune. Neptune is on some weird shit, bro. So, you got to have that particular energy understood within your chart. Especially
Neptune, the
as
Hangman.
say that again,
Neptune is the Hangman.
man.
It's
Ah,
Mim. It's Mim. It's the deluge. However you say it.
Number
It's the
12.
flood. Yeah.
Different perspective.
That
my
other
thing
part of
is,
you that's looking at you, but you don't even know. You can't even tell what it is.
but what would be something that looks spiritual for Diddy that he could take into in his life?
The moon and Leo, because like you so talented and you so capable that you can do things that the average man can't do. So that is a spiritual thing. If you ever hanging out with a fat nigga and he get more bitches than you and you can, work out, that's a spiritual thing. You hanging out with somebody and they making a lot of money, that's a spiritual thing because normal things happen. It's just nothing in this world. When things start to happen, that's because spiritual things is in place. So with Diddy utilizing that moon in that fifth house, it's really an undercurrent of talent that circulates through him. However, I don't feel that he channels it and puts other, like, I don't think like we were saying earlier, it's good spirits and it's bad spirits. He just kind of falls more into the darker,
Mm-hmm.
dirtier realm of spiritual beings and
Mm-hmm.
using his power for negativity, which Saturn, we all got Saturn in our chart. So when it came down to Jupiter and Saturn meeting and he had to answer that bell, he did not meet the final call. So now it is what it is. And everybody got this in their life, bro. Like where you think everything is going to be how you think it's going to be, and then karma come, and then it's like, damn, why is this happening to me?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And his Saturn is trying his moon when you look at it, and that could have been another opportunity to reconcile. Understanding. From a perspective of a Leo moon being able to not make it about yourself. You know what I mean? Understanding that you do have something that's valuable and something that you can share with others, or even put people on in a sense.
No
I think
pun
it's
intended, but he's notorious for doing shady business deals.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody he done worked with just about.
Yeah, they all say how he fucked them over financially. So, yo, Moon trying Saturn, when I talk about Moon trying Saturn or trines in general, that's the person
Mhm.
with the talent that doesn't recognize the talent. So, you usually got to have a grand trine. And even a grand trine isn't enough because sometimes you need a catalyst for you to even see that you are talented. You could. You have the ability to be more than your human life. So it takes a
Mhm.
lot in your chart to start getting the spiritual ball rolling. Not even money and success would indicate spirituality, right? This what he's experiencing now might open him up to spirituality. But like I say
Right.
this all the time. Never once have a nigga called me and told me, "Hey man, I experienced all this great shit in my life, bro. I need a reading." Never. It's always after calamity, stress, duress, or trying to find answers, right? And now he need to find answers. So it's a good opportunity for him, like Jonathan Majors. For him, simply is to find a wife and just stop caring and support people's dreams. Pay some of them niggas on bad boy back. Get his life right with God. Like he good, but you know it's not like he got more money than any of us will ever have. So it's just one of those things where it's never that bad, but it
Mhm.
just something that a pit like a speed bump, I would call it.
Yeah, because all the failure and the cars I point to. But finally did it.
How y'all brothers feel about doing another one?
He pulling it up right now.
Let's see. Hold on. This is Oprah Winfrey chart.
Racine, you told Harpo to beat me
I,
What year
I
was Oprah born in?
I might have sent the text out.
type shit.
Mm-hmm.
Where your slide up for me, bro? Where your shoes born in? Because I don't even know how old Oprah is.
What's the thing
See,
that stand out in their chart?
man, this right here, that Saturn squared the sun, and then this Capricorn stellium.
To me, Lilith conjunct Midhaven in the third
Mm-hmm.
deacon of Virgo, the richest
Mm.
black woman in the history of black women.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, bro. When you say it like
Mm-hmm.
that,
That's
that's
Right.
crazy.
crazy, bro.
That's crazy.
Right.
That's a billionaire's chart.
That's crazy, bro.
I really fuck with her
You,
moon in
you,
the
you,
12th house.
you think she'll ever touch a trillion?
Oh, I think so.
That's
I
crazy,
think it's
bro.
over. I think it's over for the simple fact that at this day and age, people getting paid for their likeness more than they getting paid for who they actually are.
Hmm.
So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Did y'all
most of
see
the
the?
money is going to the imitation now.
Oh, she got a sec. Look at this second house, bro. You can't tell me that that's not a rich bitch, man. I'm
Yeah,
Yeah,
rich,
no, no
bitch.
cap,
yeah.
She
no
got a
cap.
Rick James house.
The way the sun and Venus is conjunct in the
Almost
second.
exact at 15
Exactly.
degrees.
Exactly. Yeah.
But P person on her moon though, and her Mars and her 12th house.
Hmm.
Think about
Mars
her
at
the
zero
spiritual work
degrees.
she's done.
Hmm.
Like you can't tell me that that's not an ascended master. You can't tell me that.
Damn, and her North Node is in there with Capricorn as well.
But then you look at Capricorn, Pluto conjunct her North Node right now. Oh, she got Chiron conjunct her North Node. That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
That's crazy. Like you can almost say that her shit is just now getting started. Her mythos is just now getting started, which would be the craziest shit that you could say about a person who dominated daytime TV for 20 years. Right?
Hmm.
All types of movies, productions, but
You get a
you would
car.
if her astrologer is telling her, Oprah, baby, you just now getting started with your mission, right? You just now getting started because your North Node is conjunct your Chiron. So when you decide to start your real work, like it's a perpetual thing. So you could be like, this person always starting some shit. Like she always starting.
Yeah.
She
This
always
is
in the middle of it.
in the middle of it, behind it, in front of it, magazines, movies, networks,
You're gonna see your name somewhere.
somewhere doing something, doing an electric slide, walking up a mountain with Gail,
Giving somebody something.
reading somebody's book. She started the book club. Like, look at that. North
Got
Node,
her
She
own
started.
TV
She
channel.
based.
She got her own TV
She's the
channel.
mother of daytime TV, daytime talk show.
She got her own channel.
She got her
Chiron
own. She
conjunct
got her
North,
own network.
Network. Yeah.
Chiron conjunct North Node. Does she heal people? Does she help people? You get a car. You get a car. You
Okay.
what is that? You niggas ever
I
bought a
mean,
bitch a car? Y'all ever bought 100 people a car, nigga? No,
yeah. You ever gave everybody in your audience a present for the whole year? Like,
that's some crazy shit. Took them on a vacation. That's North Node conjunct Chiron on the cusp of Sagittarius and Capricorn, right? You want to talk about a hustler, Sun conjunct Venus and Capricorn, exact in the second house. To then strengthen it with Jupiter being in Taurus. So Jupiter
Mm-hmm.
strengthened her second house. So
Hmm.
how does Jupiter strengthen her second house? The more you give, the more money you get, Oprah. Okay, bet. I'm gonna help a whole bunch of people out. Every time I do a book club person, they go viral.
The service she bringing is different.
Man,
It's bringing
Yeah.
nothing but expansion.
Right.
yeah, if you do your interview, you know you made it.
you know you viral. You know you gonna be in the annals of history because motherfuckers gonna be like, you remember his Oprah interview? Beyonce did it. Will Smith, Chris Rock, I'm Dave Chappelle. Like
Jay-Z had her in the projects.
Jay-Z had her in Marcy.
And then
She's the
look,
black Barbara Walters, bro.
then
Amongst
P,
many other things, bro. What are we talking about here? Y'all know a bitch like Oprah? Y'all know anybody like Oprah in real life, man or woman?
Nah.
Nah, bro. Nah,
Oh,
bro.
When
I
you
mean,
look
check
at
out
your
her 11th
chart,
house.
what you said,
Check out her 11th house.
Saturn in the 11th house, she
He,
got it. She got to help out other people. That's her
Mm-hmm.
karma. When you look at your chart and you have an exact conjunction, you are a powerful spiritual being. Look, like it's a lot of things that would indicate certain things in the chart, but I'm telling you, exact conjunctions, that's like chocolate milk.
what about squares? Would squares be the same thing to resolving that tension to make it
Exact,
cohesive?
exact placements. So her sun is exact. Her Saturn, the square, that's an exact square. So that doesn't become. It becomes a challenge. But if you overcome your challenges, if you overcome your squares in your chart, those are no longer challenges, but your fucking mythos. So it's only a challenge until you overcome it.
Mm-hmm.
So you would say, I ain't gonna have friends because I got all of this money. But then look at the round table. Look at the
Yeah,
party that she be doing. She share her wealth, bro. She Oprah Winfrey has an astrologer, dog. I
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
what's
Absolutely.
the saying?
listen,
What's the saying? They
There
say
is no way she doesn't.
billionaires have are
dog,
astrologers, right?
dog, she has an astrologer, dog. This
She might
chart,
have an astrology team, bro.
yeah, she
Like
might have a few niggas on this squad, bro. This chart,
Yeah.
this chart
yeah,
is
they might have a permanent room and a permanent spot on the plane wherever she go.
wherever she go. Like that. Remember we was talking in our last, like the John D type shit. She
Mm-hmm.
got a John D.
She
She
Yeah.
definitely got that.
she got a John D.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
you don't get to her level of success and not have that. You just don't.
Astrologer can't look at this chart and be like, "Oh, baby, we got some tea to spill." Like I
That's a
could
fact.
talk to her
That's a
for
fact.
hours
That's a
about her
fact.
chart, and
Yeah,
then
because you
using the
spill
transits.
some of her tea and you liable to never have a job again. Like that's how much
Oh,
power
you
she
good?
got.
You set for life. And I've read charts of powerful people, like transformational people. You know what I'm saying? When you are in the space of talking to a person and breathing life into them based upon their chart, you are telling them absolute facts that is going to take them to the next level if they believe it within themselves. That's the major. That's 99.9% of this shit, right? As an astrologer, you only 0.0001% of it, right? They have to believe the shit that you're saying. Right, but if they already put two and two together, boy, you cooking with grease, bro.
Would you say
Everybody's chart is like this, but not like this. But you, it's some medicine in it.
would you say her the seventh house with the Uranus? You say that's giving her a lot of power within her organizations. You know, especially like that's where she truly is in strength in because that's what she was awakened to.
See, but this is like the third deacon is truths treaties. That is as simple as saying it's not what you know, it's who you know. Right?
Hmm.
It's not what you know, it's who you know. It's who you partner with. She put her first movie was Spielberg. You don't get no better director than Steven Spielberg, right? And then from there, it's just downhill from there, you know. So it's not what you know, it's who you know. And Uranus is telling you the truth about people. So she might have a psychic sense in reading people and knowing who to fuck with and who not to fuck with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to make you think about Stedman. She know just where to keep him.
Yeah, but that you would look at it like if you look at the first deacon like marriage, you going to definitely look at the third deacon is more like partnership, more like you in my life, you get this, and this, but it's a business thing. The
Yeah.
first deacon is more like I love you so much and we can build and like we can create a life together because we connect. Oprah like nigga, you I ain't splitting this with nobody. I'm sorry, I just can't.
Mm-hmm.
My Lilith is conjunct my midhaven in the third deacon of Virgo, so I'm about to be rich as hell. So the best we can do is have a formal agreement. You can clap these cheeks from time to time, but that's far as you're going.
How old is Oprah?
She was born in '54, so
Dang,
She young.
yeah.
that's damn. So yeah, she really just getting fucking started. God damn.
Wow. Her rising is Sagittarius.
And that's where her
So I
rival.
think yeah, and I think it probably she knew what she wanted to do very early.
People view her like the medicine woman that's going to solve all of their problems.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Like that is a horrible feeling having a rising in Sagittarius and everybody like, ooh, Oprah coming. Like nobody's ever going to treat you like a human being. They always going to treat you
Yeah.
like a lottery ticket.
Everybody trying to listen to what you gonna say. They ain't really trying to put any input in anything because they
Nah,
know you gonna know how to handle it.
and you gonna fire them if they say the wrong thing.
Damn, that's true. But
God, Pluto at 0 degrees, oppose or Capricorn. That's interesting to me. Um,
and yeah, and it's know it's our ninth house. So like the travel that she been through transformed her, and also but the religion too. You know, you got to think about the religion her learning within the ninth house.
Feminism.
Hmm.
I think that's our religion. She's like the goat of feminism, like the like everybody's model of what it is to be a feminist woman in America. But she transformed a lot of lives. She taught a lot of people how to be, a boss babe. Like she is the boss babe. So in this culture, in this society, unmarried black woman later in her life, never going to get married,
yeah,
focused on her career,
the
um,
biggest bag ever.
the biggest bag ever, um, that's just a crazy flex, bro. It's a crazy, crazy flex. And I feel like this chart and this person can only exist in these times. She has the freedom to be this way. And
Yeah.
in previous days, like it would be like Madam CJ Walker or something like that.
Hmm.
Like that's the type of energy we carrying with Oprah.
That Pluto is squared Mars at 0 degrees as well. It's like it's a lot of 0 degrees in these charts that we've been looking at.
Especially like you said, it's the charts like 1950s and a little up and lower that be kind of having that jazz to it. Like, but my
Man,
thing is,
our niggas need to start charging, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, let people know how they can reach y'all for readings or consultations, man, because can't give away all of the sauce for free. You feel me? And we've been
Yeah.
on live for 2 hours and 15 minutes, and AD he wanted to play that goddamn Tom Clancy Rainbow Six Siege real bad. So, and maybe we can schedule another live where we all are people post their birthday and we can read their charts. I think
that,
that would be cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
can schedule that,
pull
and
some cards too.
we can pull some cards, read some charts because you ain't never seen black men be spiritual before. So this is like a once in a lifetime experience. If you want another once in a lifetime experience, follow me on Craigslist. My name is Snickers.
Oh man, they gonna take this video down, man. Oh. He
No,
said Craig Mack. Craig Mack.
I got flavor in your ear. Shout out to Diddy. Shout out to Diddy. No, how would people be able to book with y'all and reach y'all past this video?
You
the,
guys can go
the
ahead.
Hero Fans Book Club.
Yes, sir.
You can get in touch with both of us. Also, our Instagram handles above that. Um, my I'm still trying to figure out how to put my site up. You know what I mean, so that people can actually book readings. Um, but that's in the works, and I'm also thinking about doing like a personal planets for free. All I ask is for like a review, and then we could do the transpersonal planets and make it a complete set. You know, and that's what I got in store.
You guys,
Sounds good. Sounds good.
you guys can always, like he said, reach us at the Hierphoants Book Club, reach us on our panel, and hit our email and book us from there. Also, you can reach me on my calendar and at my email. Also, plus you can check my Etsy shop and get at me there and book a reading there. Also, buy you some items too. So we got more things coming in store. And also check out that for the Heritage Book Club. We also want to do a lot of things where we're giving away PDF files for books. So you can join our Patreon for that. And that's in our bio within our Instagram. So I appreciate you guys for checking this out.
Yeah, yeah.
Sacred Serpent, Sacred Dark Serpent, we appreciate you all again for coming out and joining us. This was a wonderful experience for me. I can't wait to the next time so I can put my own chart up there and we can go through it. If you haven't seen us yet, please, you don't understand what you are missing, but we do appreciate those who have come out and shared this space with us. And we look forward to seeing y'all again next time.
Yeah. So we're gonna always keep it spiritual from our point of view, because I think it's valid and it's true and it's real and it's necessary. So as long as we have a voice, we're gonna continue to use it. So I appreciate everybody for coming out and rocking with us this evening, and look forward to the next video where we continue to put down the spiritual game.
Peace, everyone. Peace.
Peace.
I say love.